Good morning, coaches. This is your wake-up call. I'm Sandy Buadana. Today is Monday, July 4th. It is Independence Day, wherever you are, and our corporate offices are closed today. So please stay safe and stay off the potato salad if it has stayed out too long. Anyway, we are doing the call live today, and it's halfway point of 2022. I don't know if you know that, but maybe a few days off. We're halfway in the middle of 2022. And also next week is Coach Summit week. So I'm sure that Darren is all done with everything that he has to do for Coach Summit, which is a huge responsibility. Him and his team of Angie and, yes, his team of one. They manage a massive load of recognition and congratulating people for amazing performances during the year. So let me bring him on so he can bring on some recognition. Good morning.
Good morning, Sandy. You make me smile.
You're done, right? You're done with, did you count the pieces like you do every year? How many pieces of recognition?
You know what? We haven't gotten to that point yet. I've got 13 pallets going on a truck tomorrow morning, headed to St. Louis. So we'll be down there making sure that's all ready to go, but it's a lot.
That is a lot. And I know we've done trivia questions in the past of how many individual pieces of recognition
yes.
do Darren and Angie purchase to give to coaches at Coach Summit? And it's in the upper tens of thousands.
Oh, it's
right.
It's in the upper hundreds of thousands.
Oh, okay. Wow.
When you talk about wristbands and medals and lanyards, and I mean, it just goes on. Reserve seats, all that.
Well, gifts are my love language. So, okay, I'll see you next week at Coach Summit. I'm going to take you.
I can't wait, Sandy. I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. All right, thank you for that intro, and good morning, coaches. Like Sandy said, 1 week from today, we're almost there. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be epic, and I can't wait to see you all. But let's start with our recognition this morning and congratulate a new group of coaches who have advanced their businesses. So here we go with our newest Diamond coaches. Here they are. Congratulations to Cynthia Cormier, Danny Detra, Ian Lynch, Hannah Mudd, Haley Muncie, Cassie Rendon, and Lindsay Steen, your newest Diamond coaches this week. Now, for our newest Star Diamond coaches, here they are: Amy Bailey, Lori Beland, Marilyn Gagne, Shoban Little, Carmen Melgoza, Amalie Pelican, Tia Runner, Vicky Teasdale Dube, and Adelaide White. Congratulations, you guys. Those are our newest one-star Diamond coaches, and several of them are in an additional Coach Business Center. Congratulations, guys. All right. Our 2-star Diamonds, here they are: Nicole DiNicola, Erica Hadskis, Danielle Lichtai, Kevin Mashburn, Cassandra Mitchell, Colleen Morin, Katie Patalski, Amy Mashburn, and Shannon Swinsko. All right, new 2-star Diamonds. Now, our newest 3-star Diamond, congratulations to Susan Davidson. And we have a new 4-star Diamond coach. That would be Casey Kretsch. Way to go, Casey. And a new 5-star Diamond coach this week. Congratulations to Brooke Chicola. All right, coaches, that's it for everyone this week. Diamond through 5-star. Looking forward to recognizing all of them next week at Summit. It's going to be incredible. Can't wait. Got to get there. I hope you're coming, and we'll see you there. Don't forget to make it a fantastic week, and happy 4th of July. And let me bring on none other than Keyshawn Graves. Keyshawn.
Hey, Darren. Thank you. I'm doing well. Congrats to all of those coaches. Cannot wait to celebrate the hundreds of thousands of you all who will be recognized on those 13 pallets that Darren is sending to St. Louis. I just have a few announcements for you. The first is we saw so many people take advantage of that Help One More promotion last month that we wanted to extend it. We wanted to give even more people the opportunity to not only help one more and the benefit and the fulfillment that comes from that, but also the ability to earn up to $125 extra to use however you see fit. It is summer. It is summer camp. We're almost to back to school, if you can even imagine it. We are going to Summit. There is what we are calling the Hangout at Summit, where you might want to bring some extra spending cash. So we are extending this promotion, the Help One More, in July. And the FAQ for this is actually, that's last month, it's actually 7668. So you'll unlock 25 bonus points. That's 25 US dollars when you help one more person than you did in the month of June. And of course, there's an opportunity to have an even bigger bonus, that 100 extra dollars. So that's where the 125 comes in. If you help 3 of your personally sponsored coaches also help one more. So if you didn't earn that bonus last month, this is your opportunity to earn more or earn it, lean in. And maybe you were beginning to invite and beginning to reach out to people last month when you had this opportunity. Now is the great time to follow up with them and see if they are ready to go all in with you on one of our newest programs, Fire and Flow, which is my second announcement. We know that it's all available. We have already begun to see some of your transformation pictures, and it's been really cool to not only see the transformation, but to hear what you guys are writing about how you're feeling from the inside out. So FAQ 5347 to learn more about Fire and Flow. Did you know that we have a Coach Tools links? It's in your back office. If you go to your back office, and in that back office, it houses all of the quizzes that you'll need for fitness programs. There's also a landing page with all of our sample workouts. So if you have people who are interested in doing what you're doing with Fire and Flow, you can share with them via that. You can share from the back office. You can share from Beachbody On Demand. But if you're doing Fire and Flow, chances are people might want to get started with you on Fire and Flow. The next announcement that I have is all about Lift More. It's coming up. We are so excited. It's launching on the 19th of this month. I cannot believe it's July. The FAQ is below. It's FAQ 3317. Joel has already begun doing some calls, explaining what the program is, who is for, but this is one of those programs that you all were asking for. We wanted to lift more, and here we go. We had this opportunity wrapped up in 5 days a week, less than 45 minutes per workout. So it's going to give us that short burst that we need to power through. And if you want to learn more, we actually have what we are calling a takeover week happening on the Beachbody Champions page. It's going to be happening coming out of Summit. So July 18th is when that starts. However, all of the resources are already available for you in your back office. So log into your back office. There's a pop-up with the Frame.io link. All that houses all the things you need to know about the program. You can start planning your group. You can start collecting people who are excited to do this with you. You can also share the sample workout for Lift More. But go check out that product toolkit. And I always like to say this. One of my favorite tools in that product toolkit is the 3-step launch process. And the 3-step launch process helps you recognize all the dates, all the things that you need to know about it. But also it gives you things to do every single day as you're leading up to the launch, whether you're launching it when it launches on the 19th or if you're launching it after relaunching it months later. Okay, the next thing, and this is an announcement that's coming out also, is first thing and last thing. 2 new products are coming to our world. The FAQ is 3334. And the really cool thing about this is that it's going to be available at Coach Summit in the Hangout. So when we launch this on the 19th on Team Beachbody on the website, it's going to be available in US and it's going to be available on subscription only. However, at Summit, it's available to anyone who is at Summit. So if you want to experience what first thing and last thing is, the 2 different products, I would definitely recommend you making your way to the Hangout starting on July 13th at Summit. So you can get yours, you can snag yours and begin to take it. Also, 2 more announcements for you. Today is the final day for our Ride into Summer Beachbody bike promotion. So that gives you about $150 off, plus the free delivery, plus all the things. So it's a $250 value when you use the promo code Ride Into Summer. The final announcement that I have is all about Strawberry Lemonade Energize. It is available. It is delicious. It is the #1 most requested flavor. So we don't want you to just forget about that. So if you have not already, we encourage you to try it, to taste it. Sticks are available in the US. Sticks will be available in Canada starting on July 18th, but the tubs are available in US and Canada. And it's one of those things where if you have your flavor that you already love and like, awesome, keep it. But then try this also, so that way you can see how it tastes, see if you like it, see if your family likes it. And I like to get the sticks because you can share them easier. Energize is one of those few products that we have where people can feel it kind of instantly, especially as they power through their workout, maybe a little bit differently than they would. All right, that is all I have for you. So I have to end with a call to action. Our days are limited. So don't let anything hold you back. Don't let fear hold you back. Don't let a strategy that needs to be changed hold you back. A lot of times we hear people say, "Oh, we'll work harder. We'll lean in. We'll do more." And sometimes it's not about that. Sometimes it's literally about going back and reworking your strategy. So don't let that strategy needing to be changed hold you back from reaching your goals. Invite, follow up. Go all in with this, how you need to go all in with this so that you can reach your goals and live healthy and fulfilling. That's our mission for you. That's what we want for you. And so the call to action is, if it's time for you to start, let's start together. If you have been moving, you've been grooving for months, for days, for years, keep going. You got this. We see you. And it might be time for you to get back up. If that's you, let's get back up together. We got you. Cannot wait to see you guys at Summit. That's all I have. I'm going to pass it back over to Sandy.
Thank you so much, Keyshawn, for coming in on a day off. I really appreciate you, and Darren Ashby. Thank you. Have a good day. So Michael Neimand, our president. There's so many things that you don't know what he does behind the scenes, and what he's always doing is looking at coach performance and seeing where there are opportunities for improvement in the network. I mean, he's been doing this over 15 years. And when I asked him to be on the call, he thought a lot about Success Club. He thought a lot about how it started, how it's going. He has some insight. I want to share that with you. So he actually recorded this. So let me share the recording with you all. Here we go.
Hey, everybody. It's so nice to be on the National Wake Up Call on this July 4th holiday. I always get invited to speak on the holidays because I think that's when the lowest attendance is, so I can do the least amount of damage. But actually, I appreciate anybody who's spending the time to check in on this super weekend. And, I thought recently I was kind of taking a little trip down memory lane. And I was looking at the years from 2012 to 2016 in Beachbody's history. And that was sort of, those were the years when we went from being kind of a little company to a big company. We really just saw some major trajectory in growth as a company in those 4 years. And I thought back about what happened in those 4 years that just sort of really drove that growth and created that sort of momentum in the Team Beachbody business. And there were a few things that were happening back then. One of them was we had just sort of had this idea of creating this product bundle at the time called a challenge pack. Now we call them total solution packs. And that sort of made it a little simpler for our coaches to present the Beachbody sort of total experience. At the time, this was before Beachbody On Demand. So we would combine a fitness DVD along with a monthly continuity of Shakeology. And we called that a challenge pack. And that sort of total experience with Beachbody started to be an easy thing for coaches to present to their customers and explain that it's not just working out. You really need to focus on nutrition to get that whole experience that leads to results. So that was one thing that happened. And then the second thing that happened around that time was we introduced this concept called Success Club. And I'm sure that many of you have heard of Success Club. If you're a brand new coach, you may have been told by your upline, you got to hit Success Club. And you're thinking, what is Success Club? Well, I thought that I would take a minute to talk this week about kind of going back and why did we start Success Club? And because I do think that it was really a contributor to seeing that growth that we saw over those 4 years. And I think that it still can be sort of a powerful concept for us to create new momentum in the business, whether that's the whole Beachbody business or just your personal business center to create some momentum there. But since I know there's often a lot of new people on this call, let me just take a step back and talk about Success Club and what it is and what we were originally trying to achieve with Success Club. Really, Success Club, what we wanted was that when you qualified for Success Club, and by the way you qualify for Success Club is that you earn points every time you sell a nutritional subscription worth 90 points or more. Most people earn their Success Club points when they sell a total solution pack. You earn 2 points, and if you sell 3 of them, you end up with 6 points, and it takes 5 points to officially achieve Success Club in the month. But actually, when we started Success Club, the thought was really bigger than just earning these points, enrolling 3 people, earning your points and saying, yay, I'm part of the club. Really, the concept behind Success Club was about growing a large, productive organization. I sometimes call it organizational scaling. When I think a lot of times we join the business and we kind of look forward to goals that we have in achieving, and some of them might be income goals. Often that income, while a significant portion of it can come and should come from those direct sale commissions that you make to people, as you start to grow an organization below you, you have an opportunity to earn team cycle bonus. And that's really an important part of growing a larger scale income. And the income that comes from that really happens when you can start to duplicate successful selling through your organization. And so the idea of Success Club actually, like I said, it was bigger than just saying connect to 3 people a month. The thought of it was that if you can bring in 3 new people into your organization or personally sponsored organization each month, by the end of the year, you would have 36 people personally sponsored by you. And actually, they might not even be 36 coaches. They might be 10 coaches and 26 customers, or 5 coaches and 10 preferred customers and 11 customers, whatever it is. But bringing in 36 people into your organization meant, in essence, that you were planting 36 seeds that would potentially blossom into productive coaches themselves. Really, the goal was with those 36 people that your investment in those people would mean that some of them would themselves become advocates for Beachbody's products. They would build a belief system in Beachbody and hopefully become your next productive coaches. So really, as you think about it, Success Club was bigger than just acquiring the 3 people a month. Success Club, again, was about planting enough seeds and nurturing those seeds that they would sprout and that they would also start to get into enrolling activity or customer acquisition activity or coach acquisition activity, that they would start to connect people to Beachbody solutions and start to create these little volume engines inside of your downline organization. Now, so that's sort of the point of Success Club. I know that sometimes people get obsessed with, I've got to hit the points. I've got to get the points. And, they only get 4 points instead of 5 points, and they think I failed. You did not fail. Even if you get 1 point, even if you bring on one person, that's one seed planted in your organization. I think that the idea of getting the 3 is really just, the more seeds you plant, the more opportunity you have for that downline organization to grow. And I think back to those years between 2012 and 2016, and we had not just people qualifying for Success Club or earning Success Club points, but what we were seeing is that there was a duplication happening down below, that the same methodology that those people use to get to acquire new people to join their teams, that their team members were using that same methodology, and it was duplicating. And what we really saw was an explosion of momentum, of new coaches joining the business, and of volume growing below these coaches. And it's really exciting is that lots of people were earning money as coaches, and we're meeting their goals as coaches. And so I bring all of that up because I think that it's a great framework. I just ran over a guitar string, so sorry if you heard a big clang there. But it's really, I think, an important lesson to think about now, that as important and potentially more important than you personally qualifying for Success Club, it's equally important that those people that are joining your organization, that you're helping them have a methodology that allows them to get into enrolling activity, and that they can pass that methodology down to the people that they enroll, and so forth. Because I will tell you that momentum happens in the business. It won't happen just by your efforts. It's going to happen by you developing a team of people who are loving what they're doing, being productive, bringing new people into the fold. That's when you really start to see organizational growth. So that is a short, hopefully, but sweet, just kind of thoughts around Success Club and why it is still really important to be in those 4 vital behavior activities every month. And if by any chance, like this is something, you should check where you are. If this is something where, hey, I've qualified for Success Club every month for the last 12 months, I'm a Success Club All-Star, I applaud you. That is incredible. Now the question becomes, how many of those people that you brought in are also having success? And, if there's only a small percentage of them rethink the way you're training them, rethink making sure that are they having access to the same tools and methodologies that you're using to have success? How do you transfer that down into your team? If you're a brand new coach and you're saying, I don't have a team yet, that's okay. This is how you build a team. Again, the 4 vital behaviors, do you have a belief system in the Beachbody products? Are you proof that the products work? And are you sharing that? And as you bring in your first enrollment, your first person on a total solution pack, step back and applaud yourself, because those 2 points that you earned are awesome. And that is a fantastic milestone. Even if you don't hit Success Club, the fact that you are on the board is a fantastic milestone. And hopefully you can help that person become a successful coach themselves. And then the next month be focused on, how do I start to not just get 1 person a month, but 2 people a month, and then 3 people a month, and then how do I develop it? So That's how I want you to think, because ultimately the real success club is when you have a thriving organization and you can include others on your team in that club. That's really exciting. So we're halfway through the year. Again, like, this is a time to really reflect. I think it's always great to kind of do, just like I was reflecting back on those years of 2012 to 2016. It's always good to reflect back on what happened in the last 6 months. If you've had struggles, ask yourself very specifically, like, why have I had struggles? What are the pain points that I was facing, the headwinds that I was facing? And how can I strategically adapt to move forward for the next 6 months of the year and change that? If you've had great success over the first 6 months of the year, fantastic. How do you lean into that and move forward through the next 6 months of the year? We are at a really exciting time in the business. We have Summit coming up in about a week. I can't believe it. In a week, we will all be together in St. Louis, or at least most of us. Even if you can't be there, hopefully you'll get the message of what everything that's going on at Summit. Carl has a ton of announcements to talk about that are really exciting. We have some new products coming up that you're going to learn more about. We have First Thing and Last Thing, these incredible new nutritional products that are being delivered that you'll be able to learn more about and actually buy them there at Summit. You'll hear from Joel and the Lift More launch and some other launches that you'll hear about coming down the line. But most importantly, you will be there with other coaches. And that is the most special part of Summit. It's the way that you can just sort of get your tank refilled, your belief system refilled when you're amongst thousands of people who really have the same goals and likes that you have. It's so fulfilling when that happens. And you know what, even those of you that can't make it, if you have an upline who's there, I'm sure that some of those good feelings are going to just kind of magically filter down to you. But Summit is really exciting, something to look forward to. The other last thing that I do want to just make a pitch for, because again, if you're on this call, obviously you're hoping to find little tips on how you can grow your business. August, I'm pretty sure it's already been announced, but in August, we will be having our Team Beachbody Cup competition for coaches who might be new. Pretty simple. We just ask coaches to team up with 4 other coaches, create a team of 5 people, and hold each other accountable to the 4 vital behaviors in the month of August. And so the reason I'm telling you now is that sometime around the middle of July, I don't know the date, but we will open up registration, and you want to pre-register your teams of 5, and so that you can participate. You can always participate without registering, but you need to register in order to win some of the great prizes that we have with Team Cup. And we have some really great stuff in this Team Cup. We've actually teamed with a motivational speaker, New York bestselling author, Brendan Burchard, and he's going to be doing some webinars with some of our winners. We have access to his Growth Day app, which is really powerful personal development app. And there's even a chance of doing some, cash bonuses during that time. But Team Cup is always just a time when we ask coaches, get in a team, hold each other accountable for vital behaviors, and for 1 month, the 31 days of August, just see what you can do if you're consistent with those vital behaviors. What can happen in your business? So often we have people at the end of the Team Cup that are like, I had no idea I could accomplish that. We have people who might have been stuck at Emerald for months and months and months, and they get on a Team Cup team, and suddenly not only are they Diamond, but they're pushing Star Diamond because they suddenly realize what they can do and how they can do it within their time schedule. So Team Cup, be on the lookout. Make sure you sign up. I think that's probably the end of my little 4th of July message. Happy 4th of July to everybody in the US, and for everybody outside of the US, enjoy your 4th of July. And it's great seeing you, and I can't wait to see everybody at Summit. Take care, everybody.
Thank you so much, Michael. That was a great message. And he's so right about the belief system when you go to Coach Summit. There are 3 opportunities really coming up. There's Team Cup, Super Weekend in August, Coach Summit. These are all times where you connect with other coaches and your belief system is just improved. It's like filling your cup. So thank you for that message. Every single time I go to Coach Summit, and I've been to 14 of them. Every single time, I work behind the scenes. I work at corporate and I don't see coaches until I go to these events. And then like it all comes together, light bulb moments, like, wow, this is what I've been working towards. I love seeing coaches happy, getting together, learning, growing. It's so, so great. So can't wait to see a lot of you at Summit next week. Please say hi to me. And I will see you here on the Wake Up Call next week on 7/11. All right, everybody. Have a great week. Have a happy 4th. Stay safe. Bye-bye.